Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Have you ever thought, I'd really love to do blank, and you don't really know how quite to get there? So today I want to talk to you a little bit about goal setting and goals. And did you realize that 80% of the population has never set a goal or doesn't know how to set a goal and doesn't know how to finish a goal? And so I thought, well, I don't want us to be in that 80%. And I want to share the gift, because the new series is about the gift of entrepreneurship, the things that I've learned over my 34 years that I want to share with you. And so the gift today is on goal setting. And if you are a good goal setter, that's awesome. You might put in the comments some other things that you might can share that can help and benefit somebody else. But number one is to set a goal. Did you know that if you set a goal, write it down with pictures, with a deadline, and you look at it morning and night, 80 to 85% of it will come true. Now, of course, we have to do work behind that, but it's so important to visualize a goal, write it down with a deadline that you can do. Okay, so that's the first thing about setting a goal. So what is your goal right now? And you could have a goal in many different areas of your life. And I think it's important to have, I always talk about the 5 areas, like have a health goal, have a financial goal, have a relationship family goal, have a business goal, have a mental health goal or a personal growth goal. In those 5 areas, what would be goals that you have? So that's the first thing, is to decide what the goal looks like. Once you have a goal written down, then it's backtracking to figure out, how can I? It's a great question to ask yourself. How can I? And another question I just learned recently was to say, who can help me get there? Who can help me get there? So if you're setting a goal in your business to set a certain amount of income or a certain amount of growth in customers, or a certain amount of because you have a goal to pay for kids' braces, or you have a goal to pay for college education, or you have a goal to pay for summer camp sports or things like that. You set that goal and then you break it down, and break it down into the finest parts that you can of what would that look like on a quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily basis to hit that goal. And then the second big part of it is, what habits would you have to create to reach that goal? All right, because typically a goal means you're growing into something you've not done before. So there's going to be some growth, some changes, some new habits, some new thoughts, some new actions. Sometimes it's adding something to do, and sometimes it's stop doing something. So with a goal, when you think about that, setting a goal with a deadline, with visuals, right? Like if you can have pictures and color and write it down and put it up and revisit it on a daily basis. So my suggestion is, when you make a goal or a vision poster, or a board, or whatever it looks like, or it could just be on 3 by 5 postcards, put it up. Here are some places to post it. On your bathroom mirror, because you see that either morning and night and you can revisit it. If you drive a lot, on your dash or your steering wheel. It can be your phone saver. If you're at a desk, to put it on a screen, on the refrigerator is a great place. And when I was starting my business, I also put it on the TV, because I knew that if I sat down to watch TV, that wasn't helping me get where I was going. It would remind me, did I do the things that would help me get there? And was this going to be a reward? Or was this a creative avoidance? And that brings me to those things of asking, what are the things that would help me get to the next place? Am I doing those things? If the answer is no, if they're not serving your goal, if they're not serving your growth, if they're not helping you to move forward in any of those areas, whatever your goal is, then why are you doing it? right? Sometimes we have to look at our habits and the things that we've done repetitively just because we do it and question it. Why am I doing this? Is it growing me? Is it growing my business? Is it serving me in any way? Or do I need to relook and go, I could do something more productive with this chunk of time, or I could do something different that could help me get a different result. So creating the habits that can help you move your business forward. Let me give you a couple practical things. So besides putting those up, looking at it in the morning and looking at it right before you go to bed, because did you know that whatever you look at right before you go to bed, your brain will go to work all night long and work on it. So if you're, whatever it is, right? So if you're putting positive, good stuff in your brain, forward thinking, future focused, looking at your goal and imagining. You know, our imagination is a powerful force. Our brain is a powerful force. So if you can take just a minute or two as you lay down and look at that goal, the poster you have, or even visualize in your mind, in your head, what it will feel like when you pay for vacation with your business money. What will it do when you achieve that? How will you feel? How the people around you, will you be proud? Will you have encouragement? Will you have self-esteem? Will you build your confidence? Will you build your bank account? How will it feel? And you imagine in your eyes, mind, in your brain, what it looks and feels like way before it happens. When you take that 2 or 3 minutes as a discipline, as a new habit each night before you go to bed, you will start to see major results happening, because good things happen. You start to already plan in advance what that looks like. So I want to encourage you to, first of all, set a goal, write it down with a deadline, with pictures, and revisit it, post it everywhere, right? And don't talk to people. If you have a 8x10 goal, a big honking big goal, and you talk to somebody who has a 3x5 goal, that is not who you want to talk to it about. You want to be talking to the other people, like your support system, that have 8x10 goals too, because they're the ones that are going to keep your vision in front of you, help you move forward, and help you succeed. And really, there's an old saying that if you share your goal and people don't laugh, it's not big enough. So I want to encourage you to do that, whatever it is, in any area of your life, and especially as we start this new fiscal year, to decide on a goal, write it down with a deadline, and then back it up. What would the daily habits look like? And really get more excited that you achieved the daily goal of whatever it might be to reach that ultimate goal, because that's where the win really happens. That's where the atomic habits happen. That's where the big momentum happens, is in the daily habits. You know, there's that saying that says success is found in your daily habits. So what are you doing today to move yourself, your business, your finances, your health, your relationships forward? I challenge you to evaluate, look, get those all together. And that's my gift to you, because it was a gift to me that I learned those skills of setting a goal and doing all the things I just shared. Hope you have a great day. And remember, go out and do the and then some.